Imagine a world where one single company controls almost every drop of oil that fuels an entire nation. A world where one man's vision, discipline, and ruthless strategy reshape the entire global energy landscape. This isn't fiction. This is the story of Standard Oil and the rise of John D. Rockefeller, the man who built one of the most powerful monopolies in history. Our story begins in the mid-1800s, when oil was becoming the new gold. Factories, lamps, machines, everything needed energy, and kerosene was the hottest commodity of the time. John D. Rockefeller, a young man with unmatched discipline and an obsession for efficiency, saw an opportunity that no one else could see. While others rushed to drill for oil, Rockefeller focused on refining it. He believed the real money wasn't in finding oil, but in turning crude oil into a product people could actually use. Rockefeller started small, but he had a way of doing business that was different. He tracked every number, every cost, every decision. Nothing went unnoticed. He once said, "If you want to succeed, you must study statistics." And he lived by that. Slowly, his refinery in Cleveland became one of the most efficient in the country. But Rockefeller wasn't satisfied. He wanted to bring order to what he saw as a chaotic, unstable industry. So he began buying out his competitors. Sometimes he offered them fair deals. Sometimes he pressured them behind the scenes. Sometimes he used railway discounts, secret transportation deals, and shockingly low prices that rivals simply couldn't compete with. People called his methods ruthless. Rockefeller called them smart business. And brick by brick, he built Standard Oil, a company that didn't just operate in the oil industry, it dominated it. Within a few years, Standard Oil controlled almost 90% of the oil refining in the United States. Pipelines, shipping, barrels, railroads, warehouses, Rockefeller owned or influenced them all. If you wanted oil to move anywhere in America, at some point, Standard Oil earned something from it. Competitors saw no way out. Either they joined his growing empire or they disappeared. Rockefeller's belief was simple. Competition creates instability, but monopoly creates efficiency. And to be honest, he wasn't entirely wrong. Under Standard Oil, prices dropped, quality improved, and kerosene became affordable for millions of people. The company was so efficient that they even found profits in what other companies threw away. Gasoline, paraffin wax, lubricants, petroleum jelly. They didn't waste anything. But absolute power always attracts attention. Journalists began exposing Standard Oil's aggressive tactics. Politicians started asking questions. People wondered, is Rockefeller building an empire too powerful for a democracy to control? Is a monopoly helpful or dangerous? One of the biggest turning points came when journalist Ida Tarbell published her groundbreaking investigation on Standard Oil. Her writing shocked the nation. She exposed secret deals, intimidation tactics, and business strategies designed to crush competition. Public pressure grew. The U.S. government stepped in, and in 1911, after years of legal battles, the Supreme Court ruled that Standard Oil had become a monopoly in violation of antitrust laws. The court ordered the company to be broken up into 34 independent companies. At first glance, it looked like a defeat for Rockefeller. But here's the twist. Each of those 34 companies became incredibly valuable. Rockefeller owned shares in every single one of them. When they separated, their combined value skyrocketed. Overnight, Rockefeller became the richest man in the world, even richer than he had been before the breakup. Many of those companies still exist today. Exxon, Mobil, Chevron, they are the children of Standard Oil. And whether you realize it or not, Rockefeller's empire still influences your daily life. Rockefeller later turned his attention toward philanthropy. He donated more than $500 million, built universities, funded medical research, and transformed public health. He believed that wealth should be used to uplift society. But people still debate his legacy. Was he a hero who brought efficiency to a chaotic industry, or a monopolist who crushed competition to gain power? One thing is certain. Rockefeller changed America. He changed business. He changed the global energy landscape. Standard Oil became the blueprint for modern corporations, how they grow, how they compete, and how governments regulate them. So, the next time you see a fuel station or hear about the world's richest people, remember that more than a century ago, one man built an oil empire so powerful that the entire world had to step in to break it apart. Yet even after being dismantled, its influence never disappeared. This is the story of how John D. Rockefeller created Standard Oil, the empire that defined the meaning of monopoly, a story of brilliance, ambition, controversy, and a legacy that still shapes our modern world.